Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
Today on our program, we shall turn attention to the cleanliness of Harcourt, which used to be the garden city of the nation. But gradually, there are tongues wagging here and there that the state is sliding into a garbage city. Is this true? Who is to blame? Is it the residents who take refuge to the median? Or is it Roma who has failed to regulate contractors who are supposed to clear the debris? Or is it government who has also failed to make its counterpart funding to Roma? All of these brought to the doorsteps of the managing director of River State Waste Management Agency, in person of Dr. Ibinina Wokoba. Dr. Wokoba, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so for viewers who may not be very familiar with Roma, what exactly is the agency's mandate and what areas fall under its jurisdiction? Let's start from there.
Yeah, the agency, River State Waste Management Agency, as we know, Rwama, was created by the law of 2014, the Waste Management Agency law of 2014. This agency is to be the River State Environmental Sanitation Authority, and the scope of sanitation and waste management are not the same. As a waste management agency, we are saddled with the responsibility of managing waste in the state, specifically Farga and Obiako local government area. In the other local government areas, we do oversight, because the law that created the local government areas also good sanitation as part of their responsibility.
Okay, waste collection is oftentimes handled by private contractors. What informed that decision?
Well, the decision to ensure that the private contractors handle waste or evacuate waste, I think is something that we met in the system. We believe that these are professionals and experts in rendering waste evacuation services, and you also know that in this part of the world where we have a high rate of unemployment issue, there is also the empowerment or job creation component, because each of these contractors that we are talking about also have people that they employ to do the work. So while we are managing waste and cleaning the environment, we are also creating a job. The government cannot do everything ourselves. We need to also create opportunity for people to partner with us in doing it.
So how do you respond to critics who believe that contracting process sometimes benefits only political cronies and all of that, instead of experts who can actually deliver?
No, I think if you are not in, you can't tell what the truth is about. And that was why when people call, I used to ask them from where you're staying to wherever you're going. You can tell for yourself how is the road situation like. The impression people create is like everywhere is that is hasty generalization, if I want to use the right word. And then sometimes they blow these things out of proportion. We as a management and as a board, we've not actually changed contractors. The contractors we are working with are the ones we inherited, except one or two that whose performance is significantly bad, as the ones that we have done intervention. We had to it's like indefinite suspension kind of. Let us get some other person under our direct supervision to do it, and we are seeing the difference. We have about 71 refuse collection zones in Farga and Obiako, and each of these zones are manned by contractors. These contractors are people that have been scrutinized and assessed and deemed capable to do the work. And then they also have equipment. We know that over time there is also issue of equipment failure. In Africa, and Nigeria is not an exception. You hardly see people that are even in our personal cars. If you see 100 people that have cars, you can't find 60% of them that are using a brand new cars. This like Belgium kind of. So even the equipment that some of these contractors are using, it's not as if they bought them brand new. And the equipment that are imported abroad, they have Belgium equipment. So we know that they are not new equipment, and for the fact that we inherited these contractors, some of them have been working here with the agency for like upwards of 5 years. So there is tendency for equipment to break down, and then investing in new equipment, I know is part of the challenge of the contractors. However, we also have, apart from equipment and other things, the right attitude to the work is also a major thing, and that is why we think that for us to succeed as an agency and for the people to be happy, the people have to be part of it. If you notice anywhere where a contractor has not worked, if you see refuse anywhere within our jurisdiction, you should know that it's contractor failure. What you do is to call the attention of the agency so that we can immediately find out what the problem is. It is possible that on that particular zone you may have up to like 6 receptacles. Maybe the man has done clear 2 receptacles, and then the truck is full. He's going to come to the dump site to tip and then come back and clear the other one. So somebody can just run into the remaining 3 receptacles that have not been cleared, and then you can raise alarm, snap and post on social media.
But many residents still complain of the open refuse collection centers. That system is quite overused. It's no longer in use. Why is the agency still maintaining that open refuse collection centers?
When you say open refuse collection center, what are you talking about? The receptacles or the median dumping? Because the median dumping is not...
The median dumping, because that's where the contractors should go to collect the refuse.
The median dumping is part of...
Should be discouraged.
No, it's not just discouraged, it's banned. When we came here, it's part of, management of change. It's a process. If you want to introduce change, it's not something that happens overnight. People are already used to doing the wrong thing. So when you want to make them do the right thing, a lot of things are involved. Education is involved, which we are doing, and then enforcement is also in this part of the world. We need to support education and sensitization with enforcement. Otherwise, people will. It's just like when you have a traffic light manned everywhere. You still have in Nigeria, you still have policemen there. But if you go into developed countries, just the traffic light is enough. You don't need to have a first and traffic light, and then you are still paying for labor again. Police officers. It doesn't happen. But in this part of the world, you have it. You see traffic light, policemen are still there. So it's double investment now. That is what is happening. So we have noticed that with the sensitization that we have done, which is that we took it up to the community level, so that community can also help in this. But we noticed that in some areas, the communities are also benefiting from this nuisance that we are talking about. There are some community people that collect token from these bookies, and then they allow them to dump anywhere it happens. So we have to support it with the enforcement. But before you do enforcement, you also need to get the community buy-in. Let them know that what they are doing is wrong, and then show them that. Yes, we have done all that. So now we have started enforcement. And with enforcement, we are seeing a major improvement. Like for example, if you go to the warfare now, the warfare situation used to be horrible when we came on board, but as we speak today now, we have seen a drastic improvement. We are also facing an east-west road. But we have identified the key source spots. Warfare is there, Atajod is there, the east-west road is there, some parts of NTA. So we are seeing major improvement, and we are believing that as we are driving, you saw our equipment.
Yes.
So this time we will launch this commission this equipment, and then I will take over the sizable proportion of this road that we are talking about, and then I will get to the point where the vice president expects us to. Okay,
let's take our time. Harcourt was once probably known as the garden city of the nation. What practical steps is Rwanda taking to restore back that reputation?
Well, I think that reputation was there when I was a little boy. Today I'm a grown-up man, and I'm the man that is managing the affairs of the agency. I'm taking it back to that. Part of what we are doing is We are reviewing one, the waste collection system. We have done adequate sensitization. Of course, we know that education is a continuous thing.
Yes.
Life is about a continuous improvement. So even where you have improved, tomorrow you may still see the need to do it in a better way. So it's continuous improvement. So we are doing that. We are also reviewing the zones that we are talking about. As we speak now, these zones we are there for years.
You mean illegal dump sites?
No. The zones, I told you that within Fagba and we have about 71 refuse collection zones. When we
talk about illegal dump sites that are the concerned residents. The illegal dump site that we see everywhere. That's why residents, some people are now wagging their tongue that that one is not dirty.
But try and let me get you. You know, this one is our field. When you say dump site, a dump site is a place that is a location that is provided for the contractors having collected this waste from the respective receptacles. They ultimately go and dump at the dump site. That is what we mean by dump site.
No,
it's different from the receptacle.
Yes. The one we are talking about is the one the woman has not authorized that we see spring up here and there, and people go to, like the median.
No, the median, that's what I'm saying. The median is not the dump site, it's a receptacle.
Okay. Approved by you?
No, it's not approved by us. The receptacle are those provisions on the road, by the roadside, and pick from the receptacle and ultimately disposed at the dump site. So the dump site is that is a large collection facility. You understand what I'm saying? Those are pits that you see where all the trucks go there and empty. That is the dump site. So what we are talking about are illegal receptacles. We are talking about indiscriminate dumping.
How do you fix them out? Yes.
First, we have banned them, and we have to. When you ban something that you don't want, you need to let the people that are doing it, let the public know that this thing is not acceptable and it is banned. So we have done that. We do sensitization. We do media radio announcement. Even the TV station, those of them that have come here to do interview, go on there to do it. We have also done a key stakeholder engagement. Like I told you, we do community engagement. The major culprits in this median dumping are these our Boki brothers, the Hausa brothers. You know, they are the ones that are using this their card to do that. So we have also engaged the Hausa community. As I'm talking to you now, they are the new leader of the Hausa community that we are struggling with. He was there when we came here, he met with me and I told him. So he also promised that they are going to put in their mosque to clearly write it. They even use their Hausa language to write it there that this thing is banned. And then we are also doing enforcement as we speak now. I mentioned that a short while ago, that we are doing enforcement. By enforcement, we are saying that we have told you the right thing to do. We have shown you the right place to dump. We have provided the right place for you to dump. But if you feel that doing the wrong thing is easier for you, most times they do it easy, but they feel it is easier for them. You know, if you want to do that, then we have to use enforcement to stop you, which is what we have started.
Have you arrested and prosecuted anyone?
Of course, now we are doing. And then most times you know that they arrest, depending on the offense. It's not to arrest and prosecute. Sometimes you can arrest and correct immediately.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So we also do that.
Okay. So would you say critics are of the opinion that Port Harcourt is dirty now? Do you subscribe to that fact?
Port Harcourt was dirty.
It was dirty.
There's improvement. Even when we came, you remember before we came, the tag was horrible. But as we speak now, there is a drastic improvement. Although there are some areas that we are thinking that the new strategy we are introducing is going to also cover the menace around there. If you go to Oil has been terrible because of the commercial activity. You know, waste is generated from human activity. Commercial also, every human activity virtually generates one form of waste or the other. And the kind of activity you have at oil mill. Before this time, oil mill used to be everywhere in the market now. But today, as we speak, oil mill is a major everyday market. That is one. Secondly, waste is also connected to population. As population is increasing, the volume of waste generated is also increasing because without humans, you can hardly talk about waste. So part of what we have done is to also reassess these zones, whether they are adequate We look at the adequacy of these ones, and then based on that, we have also drawn out plans. We have submitted a proposal to the governor, who has been very supportive to the agency. You know that government has invested seriously in infrastructure and social amenities. We hear about ring roads and a lot of new roads that are springing up. When you see roads like that, the bright light area of the road, whenever you have social amenity, there is tendency for people to move towards there and begin to settle, leave their do business. The implication of that is that regeneration in those areas will also increase. So we have factored all these things, and then we have made a proposal for us to increase the number of zones so that we can capture some of these things to reflect the realities of times in terms of demographics.
All right, as we wind down, what would you describe as Yoruba's greatest challenge today? Inadequate farming, contractor performance, rapid urbanization, or residents' attitude towards waste disposal? Which of them and why?
Residents' attitude. Residents' attitude.
Why?
I will tell you.
And these are the residents that are accusing you of not being able to clean up water.
Of course. No, that is wrong. And I told you that as you're living, check from here to wherever you are going, and then see how many roads you pass. See the volume of waste that you see on the road. You understand? Waste is generated every day. Waste is dumped at the receptacles every day. Waste is evacuated every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes the what it takes for you to clear the entire zone maybe 4 trips. The contractor need to do 4 trips from wherever he's taking the waste, ultimately to the dump site. So he has cleared for example now, if you go to, if you are going to do Okuta now, by this School of Air Technology, we have a receptacle which is clean. You may get to the next dump site, the next receptacle, it is not clean. Why? Because by the time the man cleared this place, depending on the volume that they dump there at that time, his truck is full. So he has gone to the dump site now to tip so that he will come back and begin to tackle the other receptacle. Because somebody that is living at the second receptacle may begin to complain that the man is not. Do you understand what I'm saying? But he has started work. His work is in progress. When work is in progress, you don't criticize that no work is done. You understand that? Because he has activated the process to clear the entire. Now, the reason why I say the residents are the problem is how the major challenge we have now is median dumping. And apart from the destruction of aesthetics, that when a man is entering a beautiful city, government has constructed clean roads and everything, painted the roads, you see all this zebra crossing and everything, then you begin to see waste on the median. So apart from the destruction of the aesthetics, the beauty of the city, look at the safety consideration. Our roads are not as wide as roads in the United States of America. We have narrow roads. Now, for you to evacuate waste, it means that the evacuation equipment, the truck, need to park by the side of the waste so that the evacuators can begin to pass. Look at the compactors we are talking about. They are bigger than normal cars. So if you dump at the median, and then this truck has to position on these our narrow roads, look at the traffic problem that they will cause. Then accident. Last week, a driver killed one of the evacuators. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you look at it from even the safety perspective, there is no reason why anybody should dump waste at the median. But who generates the waste? How does the Aboki get this waste? That's why I'm saying that the residents are our problem. We have dumping time. The dumping time is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is when residents and households, business operatives are supposed to dump their waste at the receptacle. Then from that 10 p.m. to 7 p.m., that is when our own contractors, the compactor owners, are supposed to go to the respective receptacles and clear this waste and ultimately dispose at the dump site. So look at the plan. By the time you are waking up in the morning, by 7:30 on the road, 8 o'clock on the road, going to work, everywhere is clean. Do you understand the idea? But it is the residents that are disposing at the wrong time, giving to the wrong people, the Aboki. The Aboki cannot come to your house and steal waste. A point will come where people will begin to steal waste. We are getting there because in no distant time, we are moving from handling waste as a social service. That's what government is doing now. If you go abroad, what we are doing is not what they are doing. the fundamental principle in sustainable development for waste management is polluter pay principle. He who pollutes have to pay. So the man that generates the waste should pay for the effort. That is what is happening abroad. They do not collection, isn't it? But yeah, government is rendering it as a social service. Government is paying for the.
So one is wondering when will bang-riwama move to that stage?
No, we are moving. We will move. We are gradually now. Let me tell you what we are doing. We are encouraging robust private service provider platform, very robust one. And I think this is opportunity for us. I'm not advertising, but it's opportunity for people to also create job. We've been talking about the small and medium enterprise scheme. Waste management also provides the opportunity for this kind of small and medium enterprise.
So how do residents go about it?
Good. Now, the private service providers are the ones that have these mini vans, like Hilux kind of, open back, they construct them, and then they use it to service estates. If you go to most estates, you see them coming to pick waste on a great day. That is what we use in my estate. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? What I pay is 2,000 naira per month. So the man that is paying pays small, but the man that is collecting collects more. Why? He collects from this house, he collects from this. So by the time he gathers, he's getting it. It's like a cooperative system. So these people collect and then they go to the dump site to tip. So at the receptacle, you don't see much volume. Do you understand what I'm saying? Good. But when you use this aboki there, apart from the fact that you don't even know his address, when aboki comes, he's not only looking at the waste he's coming to collect it, he's also looking at other valuables in your house. If your attention is not there, that he will pick. That is one. Then he does not even respect the dumping time. He can come anytime, go and tip at any time, tip anywhere that is convenient for him. But the worst thing is that even your own bag waste, as he tips, that advocate that you are calling somebody that is evacuating away is also a scavenger. As he tips, even the one that you are back, he will tear it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And litter everywhere. So if we stop patronizing the advocate, I'm telling you that we'll solve 40% of this problem.
Exactly. So looking ahead, what legacy would you like to leave behind as managing director of bang-riwama?
We have started. Already there are things that we have done. As we speak now today, you know that the old dump site, the one between Harcourt and the airport, that we have said this road is a strategic road that is not proper when a visitor is coming into Harcourt. The first thing that you should see is a dump site, stench and a lot of other negative environmental things related to dump site. That shouldn't be. So as we speak now, we have closed that dump site. We have relocated to a new dump site, at Harcourt. So that is one legacy. The other thing we are also discussing with His Excellency so that we don't just abandon the old one. We are going to do proper decommissioning and site restoration. We are doing that, and then the PSP that I told you, I just mentioned a short while ago, that I'm saying that people should patronize the PSP. Forget about the book and patronize this PSP. What we have done now, we have introduced a platform. We have engaged and collaborated with a software developer. So we've already created a platform. We are here, we call the service providers that are there. I think they have almost finished their onboarding. So when that works, it means that from your home now, just like you are booking boat to take you to the airport, to take you to anywhere, from your house you can just go to the platform, and then you see the closest service provider to you, whether household or organization, and then you just call them. So that is the next thing that we are doing. We have finished everything. It just more people are coming to register. So that is another thing we are doing. Then we are also looking at, like I said, we are reviewing the zones. We are going to review the zones so that we incorporate some of these new developing areas. But there are key things that are also part of the problem that we have also agreed now to incorporate. There are gateway sections. Before we came in, because we are serving the agency servicing Fiber and Nokia, I will tell you some critical areas that we have to take a barrel, for example. If you're running from UTC and you want to head to the end of River State, before you get to Abia State, as you see, you are leaving River State now. Obiako ends around Iriebe. After Iriebe, you are getting into Igbo local government. So what is happening, what we met on ground, contractors end at Iriebe. Because that is where, do you understand what I'm saying?
They don't extend beyond
They don't
Iriebe.
extend.